I'm going to try to make this really short. I'm so sick and tired of people being ignored who have a brain disorder, such as what I have. And in 1990, Dr. Jaffe at the National Institute on Drug Abuse confirmed to me that multiple chemical sensitivities, electromagnetic allergies, Parkinsonism, any disease caused by being poisoned, from a long list on which is on my website, um, that there is a barrier in the brain that protects us to a degree. And if we take in too much, we wind up with cancer. So the same things that cause cancer make people like me in pain, crippled and sick, like Grace Ann, like Dawn Liberty, like Kelly. There's just hundreds of thousands of people all over the world. And then you've got the mold illness. Well, there's been plenty of evidence, and it showed the part of the brain that gets damaged from mold. And it's a neurological disorder, and it affects your central nervous system. And I'm really sick and tired of the stupidity, because truthfully, our sick care system on this planet is designed in corruption on the take to the drug industry. And unless they can come up with a drug to turn you into a legal drug addict, just can't be bothered. Let you suffer. Anyway, yeah, all right. Enough for me today. I posted as much as I could on Facebook to try and help these people. You know, they can't fight for themselves. I went in a gas mask in 1986 and I fought back and I got legal recognition for MCS and Parkinsonism. But and electromagnetic radiation allergies is just being ignored. And it's ludicrous because it's been around for 100 years. Electricity and gas, oil, and diesel, and propane, and all of the toxic chemicals. They've been in our environment forever, but now it's excessive with the... Okay, over and out. Smarten up, people. You don't believe it's real? Well, you're going to get cancer, because you know what? People like us, we can't take in enough of that poison to get cancer. So there. I got another finger infection, a tiny little hangnail, and low pressure. I'm spending more of my time trying to fight for people with electromagnetic allergies and electricity intolerances. And they do have brain damage, and they're too sick to fight for themselves. I mean, you know, I took to the streets in 1986 in a gas mask to fight for our rights for multiple chemical sensitivities and Parkinsonism, and I got it. But I got it with the help of Americans. And here I am in Canada, and I'm finding all kinds of Americans are struggling and being ignored, and doctors are still claiming that mold is just an allergy, and it's proven to be a poison, and it causes brain damage. And all the toxic chemicals that are in our air, food, water, and beverages. And so I did have 2 really good days. I pulled out of the low pressure attack, and I had a little bit of fresh air. We drove all the way across town to Moonlight Beach, which is my favorite area. And it was really lovely. It was just a couple of degrees above freezing, which is perfect for me. I love it. But it was really high winds, and so being spring, the air is full of all kinds of junk and virus and bacteria and yada yada. And so I am in my earmuffs and my gas mask and my goggles. But, you know, I just found I'm not the only one. There's a guy in Sudbury who's fighting... Parasites are now arriving in Canada, in Sudbury, fruit that's being imported from God knows where, and he found parasites all over mangoes, and he also discovered that there's another GMO product that's actually like eating plastic, and those geese are pooping all over the place. They're really filthy. They never used to come where we are, but people started feeding them, and now they're in our parks. They used to be way out in the wilderness. I never grew up seeing poop like that before. But anyway, this is just some of my Facebook that I put out there and the proof that mold is causing brain damage and trying to get help for them. They can't fight for themselves. It's really sad.